what's happening, Hammers? Dan Lawless here. Let me just switch this round because you're looking at the dartboard. I'm giving you my instant match reaction to Shrewsbury 0, West Ham 0, and that was absolutely awful. Absolutely bloody awful. You know, we look like we were the League One side, they were the Premier League side. You know, I said in the first half they were all over us, and I thought things would pick up in the second half. It was just, it was horrible to watch. It was just boring. And the last thing, yeah, we had 4 touches. That was the stuff. We had 4 touches inside their box. That does say it all. Unbelievable. Like, and the last thing I wanted was a bloody replay. Like, our squad is stretched thin as it is. The last thing we need is another midweek game. Do you know what I mean? Like late night midweek game. We've had enough of them this season. Now we've got more of it. You know, yeah. Aksabanovic should have come on. Like, he's someone who I think is quite a skillful player, drives things forward. We didn't play like that. You know, you had Cullen who tried to make things happen, like play on the floor, but the game plan was just lump it long. All right, there, Charlie. Do you want to give your thoughts, Charlie Donald, Roxenberg? Are you just going to stand creepily in the background? Yeah. So, no, like it was. What was it? Did someone say in the thing? 4 shots in the 93 minutes or 3 shots in 93 minutes? Is that what it was? I mean, it was awful. Yeah, I mean, the youth, you can't really knock the youth, but it was just, I think the system that we played didn't really play to the players' strengths. Also, I think some of the players were knackered. I think Kiarte was poor, to be honest with you. And, you know, I just don't think, you know, a lot of just the system didn't work to the strengths. Hart played, you know, he made a few saves. He made a few good saves and that. But it's just ridiculous that we went in. And like I said, I didn't expect us to smash them. I said in my preview, you know, I thought we'd nick it 1-0. But yeah, the midfield, we've got to make some signings. We have to really make a few signings now. Because you can see our squad, our squad is, and our midfield is awful. I mean, the thing is, Cullen, you know, he's much better, more central. But it's like we had to move him out, you know, sort of wide. And you know, I do, yeah, for poor Cullen when that tooth come out. It was so funny that, you know, that Cullen, right, when he got the way he got kicked in the face, you know, because the way that when that happened to Kiarte, you had Bob Madley was the ref, didn't get, you know, even a free kick, I don't think, or didn't get a card, and Bobby Madley was there for this one, the kick in the face. Shell, yeah, take Shell. I want a really good central defensive midfield, but I think we should look to introduce some of the youth more. I mean, obviously Rice is doing really well. Maybe give Cullen a little bit more of a chance, get him in there with Noble, playing alongside Noble. But I don't know what's happening to Kiarte. You know, a few lads have suggested, you know, we were talking during the game, a few lads have suggested it could be something to do with Sacco. That is why Kiarte is playing the way that he's playing, because he's good mates with Sacco, and obviously Sacco's going. Maybe his head's just not there. So, I don't know, but he needs to be dropped, to be honest with you. And we need to sign, mate, if Cavallo, there's the Wilshere situation. Obviously, he's starting to get some game time, but he still ain't signed the thing. So let's put in a bid for Wilshere and just see what happens. You know, that's what I think. Put in a bid, test. What's the worst that can happen? There's no harm in it. Put a decent bid in, 20 mil for Wilshere. Let's just test the waters, offer him a decent deal and go from there. But yeah, that is a shockingly negative way to play against the League One side. Granted, they're flying high, but come on, they're still League One. You know, this was the chance to, you know, we're not fighting for Premier League survival. You know, a draw, it was an awful. Well, that's it. We're hoofing the ball up with like 5'5" defenders. Strikers. Long ball with these short strikers. The Carroll's not on the pitch. That really annoys me, is that we continue to play like that. You know, we might as well just fucking get rid of Ayew and Chicharito and all these, and just get loads of fucking 6'4" strikers. You know, and like I said, they haven't conceded so many goals at home, but come on, we're still a Premier League side. It's so frustrating, and I just don't. And that's the thing. I don't think we've done ourselves any favours, and we really played to the strengths of the players. Yeah, I mean, Sacco. That's the worst thing about the Sacco situation, is he's the sort of striker that we really need, but we can't play him. He's obviously off at the moment. But maybe Carroll would have fit today. Carroll probably would have been a better fit than Ayew, or maybe played Chicharito. I mean, Ayew, he does have some poor games. The thing with Ayew is you can't knock his work ethic. He does run and run and run. It's just sometimes his touch is poor, and his positioning and stuff like that. But that was horrible to watch. It's I can imagine for a neutral as well, them having to watch that on the BBC. But let's just see what happens now. I think we've got Huddersfield away, so I just want to keep picking up points. Yeah, you're right there, Adam. It's unprofessional if it is affecting his play, the Sacco situation. Kouyaté, he was such a great player though for us. Yeah, John, it's hard if the strikers aren't getting proper service, then you can't fully blame them, and it's just sitting there lumping the ball up to them. They had some big lump defenders. So yeah, replay's the last thing I wanted, that's for damn sure. So we'll take them back to London Stadium in the middle of an already excessive fixture pile up. All I know is the transfer front has been very, very slow, very quiet. We need to really start making some signings. Queener, I thought obviously he was brought on at a point where it was sort of later in the game and he couldn't really affect it, especially again with the way we're playing. These are midfielders that are quite skillful. And good on the ball, and we're sort of just bypassing them and lumping it over their heads. So I would like to see more of Queener. And let's see. But we can't lose to these at home now. As much as we don't need the extra, we can't lose to these at home. But if we could get Millwall in the next round, I'll have that all day long. That would be nice. But yeah, it was a poor game. It was an awful game. The players, especially some of the senior players, and the manager. I think the manager has to take a lot of stick for that. But his main concern obviously is keeping us up. But come on now, I'm so sick of seeing us playing this long ball stuff for years, since the Allardyce times. He's just lumping it up all the time. We need to look at getting players and a manager who can play a system that is a little bit more easy on the eye and a little better to watch and actually can break teams down, not this long ball hit and hope bollocks. I don't know. Yeah, it's true. But that's what Moyes is. Moyes is working in that system right now. Let's hope, in the summer we can get a manager and we can get some players who can play a much better system and a much more attractive system, and we can build. Because that's the thing you've got to think of when you're trying to get players in. There's a lot of players. If you're the quality players, don't want to come to a team that's just hoofing the ball down. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. Let's see. We'll move on to Huddersfield. The league is that we've got to survive. It looks like we could stay up. And let's hope we play a bit better against Huddersfield, because if we play like that against Huddersfield, we'll definitely lose. So last thing we wanted was a replay, but it's what we've got now. We'll take them to London Stadium and hopefully beat them in front of our crowd. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the game. And what you think went wrong, and yeah, there should be fan cam should be up soon. So with the Millwall thing, hopefully we'll turn up. If we, like I say, if you got Jazzy B said if we can't beat Shrewsbury, why do we want Millwall? Hopefully we'll have a little bit of fire and passion about us for Millwall and the players we bang up for it. But yeah, let's see in the replay. Like I said, look out for the fan cams. We're going to do post-match pint right now, so look out for that. And, like I said, on to the league, on to Huddersfield. One thing left to say, come on you Irons.